It was a tale of contrasting fortunes for the title protagonists at the 2022 French Grand Prix, Max Verstappen netting his 7th win of the year as driver error cost early race leader Charles Leclerc. Winner, Max Verstappen. Verstappen wasn't convinced at the end of the French Grand Prix that he could have pulled off victory over Charles Leclerc had the Monégasque not crashed out. Once that Leclerc-shaped obstacle had been removed, Verstappen was able to manage his pace to cross the line tens to the good over 2021 title rival Lewis Hamilton. It was his 7th victory of the season, and his 2nd straight win at Paul Ricard. He also now has a 63-point advantage in the drivers' standings. Loser, Charles Leclerc. It was the scream heard around the world when Charles Leclerc lost the rear of his Ferrari F1-75 and smashed into the barriers. Happily, Leclerc was unharmed bodily, but his mood sure took a hammering. The Monégasque driver was typically self-critical when he faced the media afterwards, saying that if he drove like that, he didn't deserve to be 2022 world champion. Honest stuff from Leclerc, who slips back the aforementioned 63 points in the standings. Winner, Mercedes. The French Grand Prix was the first time both Lewis Hamilton and George Russell have made the rostrum together this year. Hamilton aced his 300th start to get ahead of Perez, putting himself P2 once Leclerc had crashed out, while Russell's own heated scrap with Perez was settled in his favor when he aced the virtual safety car restart and passed the Mexican. Loser, AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri's highly anticipated upgrade came in time for Pierre Gasly's home race, but from running in the top 10 across Friday, the local boys' performance slumped from there on out. That's now 4 races without a point for AlphaTauri, their dreams of achieving a P5 finish in the Constructors this year looking increasingly remote. Winner, Alpine. Fernando Alonso completed the most number of laps of any F1 driver ever midway through the 2022 French Grand Prix, and that experience showed as he baited the McLarens behind him in order to deliberately hurt their tires before crossing the line P6 for his 2nd top 6 finish of 2022. Ocon, meanwhile, secured his first ever points at his home race with P8, recovering from that contact with Tsunoda and the 5-second penalty that went with it to secure double points for Alpine on home soil, moving the team 4 points clear of McLaren for P4 in the Constructors. Loser, Zhou Guanyu. A poor start, another issue Alpha appeared to be struggling with, was compounded by contact with Mick Schumacher's Haas, which earned Zhou a 5-second penalty. Winner, Carlos Sainz. He made the best of it, though, climbing from P19 to as high as P3, before making a 2nd stop and serving a 5-second unsafe release penalty from the first. Loser, Haas. Both Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher showed flashes of seriously impressive pace at times over the French Grand Prix weekend, but neither would bring home any points for the team, ending a run of 2 consecutive double top 10 finishes for Haas. Winner, Aston Martin. Points have been a scarce commodity at Aston Martin this year, and with both drivers starting outside the top 10 on race day. But a lightning start from Lance Stroll jumped the Canadian to P10, the position he'd finish in at the flag for his 4th points finish of the season. Sebastian Vettel was just 1 place behind. Loser, Williams. A P8 finish for Alex Albon in free practice sessions 1 and 3 left Williams daring to hope for more points this weekend, with both cars now fitted with the team's hefty upgrade package. But Albon was unable to make progress from his P13 grid slot, finishing there at the flag. Winner, McLaren. Doubtless there were mixed emotions for McLaren over their breakfast croissants this morning, Lando Norris finishing behind Fernando Alonso in P7, and Daniel Ricciardo behind Esteban Ocon in P9.